Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to another Flex's View, man. Day after the game yesterday, Brentford 1-1 at the G-Tech Stadium. And honestly, these are the type of Flex's Views I don't like doing, man. I don't like doing them because you have so many things in your head. You break it down. You're looking at the statistics from yesterday. And all of those things, you think, you know, they're unfathomable. They're not great. They're not good. And then Ten Hag speaks. And Ten Hag has lost me with the words that he said. And like the way he explained it, like he said he's seen Brentford against Man City, and City were also lucky to win the game. Bro, we conceded like 32 shots or whatever it was. Come on, Eric, man. Like, it's like when you're trying to get behind a team, you're trying to see how we get out of a bad situation, and some of the things he says in the pressers just don't make sense. Like it just reeked of like delusion. Like in that moment when he's saying that, in that moment, in that presser after that type of performance, like deflection, denial. Like, you're Man United manager. Like, you can't be like, well, we just got absolutely smoked off Brentford. We're lucky to get a point. But I tell you what, when they played City, they were lucky as well. That's something like, I'll be honest with you, that's something I'd say on DR. Excuse me. That's something that the fans would say against another rival fan just to protect your ass a little bit because you don't want to admit how bad you've really been. You know, when you're just not in the mood to really talk about the truth. Do you know what I mean? Some people do it really well. Some people never do it, etc., etc. But I'm telling you now, that is the sort of thing that like deluded fans say. Oh yeah, but I think he struggled there, or this team nearly lost there, or that team this, that, and the other. And he said he's not concerned with like facing that many shots because we don't concede that many goals. Nah. I know, and here's the thing. I know you have to say like a limited amount in public. I know you can't go in public and slate the players, and like, I'm not even asking him to do that. But there has to be a little bit of sort of like inclination that you have to still show that that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. The things I want to hear from my manager after a performance like that is, we were lucky to get a point, you know, poor mentality to even, you know, get a point that made 3 points that we maybe on a different day didn't deserve. But I can't believe we should be holding on, which he did sort of touch on that. But he should be saying it is unacceptable to be that open. It is unacceptable for teams down the bottom of the league to be having a field day against Man United and their manager saying we've had the most shots ever since we've come to the Premier League. How we didn't win, I don't know. It should be unacceptable for Ivan Toney. He should be saying it's unacceptable for Ivan Toney to be like, how did we not win that? How do we not win that? But for Brentford to say it is true. But as manager of Man United, and you're trying to undo this embarrassment, I just feel like he shouldn't have said that. It comes across wrong. It comes across as like sort of tone deaf to the situation. And it's just a deflection thing. I mean, even before the game when someone said, I think KG was like, does it bother you like what he said about like the Arsenal, keeps bringing up the Arsenal thing? Like, and I'm like, yeah, kind of. It's like move on. Like, look at the stuff that's wrong with what we're doing. Like, talk about us. And that was just so frustrating, man, because at the end of the day, those type of performances have not been few and far between, which is the most alarming thing about this. And look, there are peaks and troughs as a fan. There's games that we're going to win and be excited and happy about, like the Liverpool game, even though it was carnage. And there's going to be awful performances like this, which, Man United showed us that this season. This is what Man United are. Not a good team, basically. We're not a good team. Especially this season anyway. We can be good in moments and we can win football matches here and there, but essentially we're not good enough. And when you see performances like that, you just want the manager to come out and sort of say the real reasons of what's happened, not referring to the team that's about to play in one of the title deciders today, and how, you know, and how they were just lucky to win there. Arsenal, the same thing. Arsenal went there and it was a hard game and they ended up winning. What was he going to say next? Chelsea also drew here. Yeah, mate, they're 10th. They drew at home to Burnley as well. And we're going to go there next and probably play shit again. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good enough. And it's just so, I don't know. I don't know. I just, that just really, really worried me. And it's not saying that like, oh, this is why he has to get sacked now and stuff like that. But it's just so worrying when those are the things that really tip me over in those games, because I'm like, you know, we support the team, and you don't want. I'm not somebody who just wants to be negative for the negative sake. I don't want to be someone who just be the first to say, I told you so, Erik ten Hag isn't good, or I want to be the first to say that, you know, he needs to leave or anything like that. I couldn't care less about, you know what I mean, being first and things like that. I don't care about that. But why, like I said yesterday when I was frustrated, is the frustration is, and I'm laughing because it's that thing that you don't laugh, you cry. You get sucked in. You get sucked in. You think, I tell you what, this team's going to show me something. They're going to show me something. But really, more fool me. Really. Because a lot of you will say, well, listen, mate, it's your own fault for, you know, going down the false dawn. And maybe it is, but I don't take some of it back, because, you know, the Liverpool thing, I just rode out and said, listen, we're going to win that game, etc., etc. But it was the most Man United-like thing. We said yesterday, you know, temporarily, as soon as there's a little bit of pressure, right? Because the pressure weren't on us last week when Spurs dropped points and Villa dropped points as we were playing in the FA Cup. The pressure weren't on us then. As soon as we had to turn up and then win this, the pressure was on. Buckled, mate. And not just buckled, like capitulate, got absolutely moved to in one of the most embarrassing ways I've ever seen. How that game was a draw, to the point where it feels like a loss. It feels like we got battered. It feels like the 4-0. Do you know what I mean? I know you can say, oh, come on, man, you still got a point. Don't like stop going extra. You still got a point out of it. I know you could say that, yeah, but essentially the level of performance, like they had less shots against us when they beat us 4-0 last season. I think they had like 18 shots then. And like 30 odd this time. Absolutely destroyed us. And this should have been another 4-0. We should have gone to Brentford again under Erik ten Hag and got moved to 4-0. Very, very, very concerning. Very concerning. And now, you know, Eric's presser yesterday and the things that he said have gone down as like one of the worst ever. Like, to say that, like, I can't believe the way you just went straight to the City thing's crazy. Like, because he's basically trying to say, look, Brentford are actually good, you know. Mate, what are they, 16th in the league? Or whatever. I just don't get it. You know, and this is the one that got me. The bit about being concerned about the shots faced. As long as we get results, no. We lost many second balls and then you have to defend the box. That's what we did quite well. And we had a great goalkeeper. We concede shots, but we don't concede many goals. Nah, man. Nah. Again, sounds like me on DR, mate, trying to defend myself against the rest of the table. Oh, why are you not looking at the shots? It's not like loads of them go in. I think I've said that before as well, actually. But it's a big problem because it doesn't just happen. It's not just a one-off game. It's, you know what I mean, as long as we get good results, I'm not bothered. Well, newsflash, mate, we didn't just get a good result. We got a draw against Brentford away, and we should have lost. So it's not a good result, is it? So, listen, I don't know, man. There's a lot more to talk about in the full view. I'm sure the inquest is going to go on, but that's my flex's view. I just feel like Ten Hag completely lost me with what he said. And when I say lost me, I don't mean Ten Hag out. What I mean is that he lost me with his train of thought. Like, you're in denial. His presser was a madness. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys later on today. Take care.